Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my new video. So today I will be talking about why it absolutely sucks to have ADHD. Let's begin. Reason number one: attention and focus. So people with ADHD have a difficulty maintaining attention on monotonous tasks and are easily distracted. This in itself is already quite the bummer. I don't think that I have to elaborate why it sucks, but it's very easy to think of situations where it's just really bad. I mean, it's almost all the time in every aspect of life. I don't know where this would ever be good. So, number two, impulsivity. People with ADHD have a tendency towards impulsive behavior, such as making spontaneous decisions or interrupting others. So, this does not sound as bad as the first one, but it makes it difficult for other people to be cool with people with ADHD, because it's kind of a jerk behavior, you know? Interrupting others and being very impulsive and stuff like that. It's just not cool for other people, more than it's not cool for oneself, but it's not cool for everyone. Number three, hyperactivity. People with ADHD have inner or outward need for constant movement and have difficulty staying still. That's why you often see people with ADHD like rocking back and forth or to the side, like I do most of the time when I stand somewhere. Having the feet just planted on the ground is really difficult, because a little movement like I'm doing right now, like just the feet a little bit to the left, to the right, it makes standing feel bearable. Just standing there without moving, it feels like there's energy rushing through my body everywhere all the time, and to not let my body move a little bit feels like I'm trapped in a cage. Number four, time management. People with ADHD struggle to realistically estimate time. Procrastination or feeling overwhelmed is often a result of that. So I think its most devastating effect comes from not doing important tasks because they seem bigger than they actually are. So you could have a really important task that you need to do, but you feel overwhelmed because you think it's so hard and so big, when in fact it's not that hard and not that big, but it's still very important. And then it won't get done, and it can have devastating effects on one's life. Number 5, emotional regulation. People with ADHD have intense emotions, rapid shifts between frustration, joy, or anger. So this is something that is very difficult for everyone involved, because I could have an idea and be really into it and be so motivated and so captivating for other people, because I feel so motivated and I can really get people excited for something, and then 15 minutes later it's just all gone. So, and for normal people, they still feel that way after getting pumped up so much, but when it's gone for me, it's just gone, and not really much I can do about it. And that gets very difficult very quickly. But even if you let other people out of the context here, just having these fluctuations in the emotions is very difficult, because one moment I feel like I'm on top of the world, and the next I'm really fucking depressed. So, and that's hard, because when I feel depressed, or when I feel on top of the world, or somewhere in between, after having done that switch so often, I kind of get the feeling of, well, what's the point in any of this anyway? Because soon I'm gonna be feeling completely differently anyways. So how am I supposed to work with this on top of all the other shit? It's just really bad. Intense emotions and fluctuations. I should have wrote that in a, not in a capital letter, but anyways. And obviously the emotions are itself really intense, probably more intense than for normal people. I can't tell, I don't know how normal people feel, but they can be really, really fucking intense. Number 6, memory and organization. This one. I mean, almost every point is equally as bad, but this one of the worst things of all of this is that people expect you to not be like this. People expect you to be completely normal, just like them, when you're just not. And they don't have an ounce of understanding for how you are different, and I literally can't do any better. I'm just handicapped in certain ways. So people might expect it, but I can't meet the expectation, and then they come to me and yell at me for not meeting the expectation that is an unrealistic expectation for me in the first place, but they don't know it because society didn't teach them that, and I can't be running around explaining it to everyone. I mean, when people are very close, it's probably important to do so, and I try, but it can't be everyone. So as a person with ADHD, you are destined to run into that shit over and over again. And yeah, memory and organization is a big part of that, because people kept telling me all the time, like, why do you forget so much? Why did you forget this? Do you know when we made this? And I'm like, no, I forgot. And they could be even hurt, like, man, we had such a great time and you don't even remember? So yeah, challenges in remembering details or staying organized, because the memory is bad. So that means staying organized is also very difficult, because it relies heavily on memory to stay organized. So people with ADHD especially have to write everything down. I keep fucking up the capital letters. Sorry for that. I don't think it has anything to do with ADHD. Number 7. Interests and motivation. So people with ADHD have high motivation for engaging tasks that they are interested in, so they get like a hyper focus. So that's the one positive thing in this whole list, that when we like something, we can really dive deep and really engage in a way, hyper focus in a way that normal people may struggle with. But if something is boring to us, forget it. We are not doing it, we are not concentrating, we are not thinking about it. We are on absolutely minimal effort until it's over. Like if there's something that we just have to do. For example, go to school. Do this boring shit task with the teacher that we really don't like. So we have to be there. So we are there, but we are not in it, we are not happy. We are an absolutely minimal energy output for the task at hand. We may get distracted, look around, start painting some dumb picture on our college blog or something. Yeah. No energy or motivation for boring shit. We just can't stand it. And number 8, social behavior. People with ADHD have difficulty reading social cues, often impulsive or impatient behavior. So what I noticed with myself is that sometimes I have a topic that interests me and I have this hyper focus on the topic, and it is quite difficult to relate to other people not being that interested in it. So I might, talk someone's ears off about something that they are really not interested in, and I don't even realize that I am boring them or getting on their nerves while I am talking to them, because I'm so focused on the thing that I'm talking about that I don't read the facial expressions or the social cues that someone is not listening or does not want to listen anymore. And this has happened so often. It's really tough, because I don't mean it that way, and after I realize what I have done, it's just cringe and embarrassing to talk someone's ears off while they didn't even want to hear half of the stuff you were saying, and they just stood there and thought like, man, when is he finished, when is this over? It's just so awkward and really a bad feeling in general. And the impulsive or impatient behavior, it kind of ties into the rest of what we have here. So this is the full list. obviously there are probably other things too that I didn't mention here. I just wanted to get this shit off of my chest because for the longest time I didn't truly realize the impact that ADHD has on my life, and so much went wrong, and I had to listen to so many complaints that I just didn't understood, and I had so many discussions with people and arguments over shit that I now understand was really just down to me being different than them. So people who tried to make me like them had no chance, and I had no chance of getting to people the way I get things. So it's just so much wasted energy and so much suffering involved that is just unnecessary. And there are a lot of people with ADHD in the world that don't even know they have it, and they are suffering. People with ADHD are like ride or dies. We are often homeless or billionaires because we are very intense people. We don't have this middle ground, and I believe that we as a society should look more into this and stop prescribing pills the first chance we get to anything and everything, because I don't think pills are the answer to this. I don't necessarily think that it is a disease. I think that people with ADHD are generally just different. Our brains work differently. Our reward system in the brain works differently. We have different levels of dopamine throughout the day, mostly less, and that's having a huge impact. And we are not made for working 40 hours a week in a job that we don't really like, because that is just like pure torture to us. And sending ADHD kids to school, to a normal school, is also pure torture. So I think we should have more awareness about this, and I am on my way to find a way to live with it and be productive and be a healthy member of society and have a good life without taking pills or anything. So I will keep you updated. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for listening to my rant. If you know someone who this applies to, then please have some understanding. They may have ADHD without even knowing it. Maybe suggest them a test or something. And yeah, again, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like if you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you again. Peace out.